that hard if you compare it to situations of other people who were. I mean, I wouldn't say disappointed. Of course, like you're always disappointed for a moment if you lose a game, especially. But like in this situation or constellation, when I came here, we were like closer to getting qualified. I think every time we met, because we had like a vision. Everything, the surrounding, everything around the team, beside the team was getting better, and you could feel like something is growing. And I think it was like more focusing on the growing part than on the disappointment. And I think that is the point what brought us here. And it kind of happened like when I was signing my pro contract in Germany, when I got like some people getting to know me, watching me, and they realized, okay, he's half Gambian. They called me. Yeah, I got a call, and I mean it was like a pretty happy moment for me. Just having to know, okay, they want you there, and it's also good for me because, as I said, I did not grow up here, and that's why I didn't get all the expressions of the country that I or the other players have, and so it was like two good sides. First of all, the professional football side, and on the other hand, like the getting to know the country more, where I'm from. You know.
First of all, we have fantastic players in football quality, but more than that, fantastic players in a personal mentality, with the desire, with the heart on the right place. You don't win games with star players, you win games with a team who is ready to battle. Players were eager to come, they were eager to leave their club, their top clubs in Europe, to play and defend their nation. That is crucial in this. The right vibes in the group, everyone has the same goal, the same target, all noses are in the same direction, and that helped this team to perform. In the hotel, in the tactical meeting, even the evening before in the training, I was convinced we're gonna win. There was no doubt that we couldn't get that victory. The players were so strong, the atmosphere was so strong.
jogal kër ga ma la doon jaayloo kër ga jar na
xam ne démb rek barki démb rek am na ku ma kool di ma laaj ndax jar na am de
waaw yow wutal ma client wutal la client xam naa client jaay naa ko kay wax dëgg yàlla sant yàlla la ma mbëri nag
waa jox ma suma wàll
junne ba ma xamee loon jël ko
balaa nga may junne nag
waaw
da ngay fay bor ba pare
man dama xameel kenn bor
amee loo kenn bor
mukk kan la amee bor
xamuloo kër googu ñuy wax jiyaare waaw
dama koy dégg
fi ñuy fayee taxi yeeg yooyu fi ñuy fayee naamu
dama koy dégg rek
mu ngoog dafa am nag ci biir taxi yi lu ñuy ooyee capital gains tax
muy capital gains tax
waaw kay capital gains tax boobu yow moom war nga koo fay fi mu nekk nii
man ma jaay kër ga xanaa ka ma ko jaay koy fay kay
mu ngoog xam nga kan moo ko war a fay bu fekkee da nga am empty land boo xam ne yaa ko moomal sa bopp boo ko jaayee moo xam nu xaalis ba toll da nga cee war a génnee tax fay ko jaaree
dama ciy génne taxi
fay ko
muy bi maanaam li ma ko jaayee laay dank yëpp ñëw jox leen jaaree jël leen
déedéet doo ko defee noonu waaye dafa am pourcentage buñ ciy jël dafa des nag ci xaalis bi ni mu toll ñu génnee ci mun ngaa fay sax 5% wala 15%.
ma naa fay juróom
waaw
wala fukk ak juróom
waaw kay bu fekkee yow kenn la waaye bu fekkee compagnie moo ko jaay
waaw
moo xam kër gi empty land la
waaw
wala dafa am taax ci biir
waaw
bu fekkee compagnie ko jaay mun naa fay 10% wala sax 25%.
ma fay ji fukk wala fukk ak juróom
waaw bu fekkee compagnie
loolu
mooy capital gains tax te nag du laan rek ak yeneen yi mel ni moom yëpp te xam nga loolu fay ko li tax mu am solo dafay dimbale réew mi gis nga agriculture bi
waaw
njàngum xale yi
waaw
tali bi hospital bi yooyu yëpp dafa bokk ci loo xam ne government bi daf koo war a def nga gis ci sa bopp yow
léegi bi maanaam fu mu ne nii may waxee yow fii laa defee bëreet dootuma jaar kër ga de nii laay jaar dem jaar yi
yéen ñii di ma seetaan ak man mii di wax ak yéen daw leen gaaw ngeen fay seen capital gains tax ci makaani jaaree bu leen gën a jege ndax loolu mooy doole réew mi
And at this moment of time, I can say we changed the attitude, we changed the belief, the desire. When we started, many people had not even dreamt that we could achieve these things, because Gambia never could achieve that in the past. players were a little bit skeptic to play for the country. We brought the belief back, and now it's a wish for every player to defend their country.
Wow, suma dream mooy woon rek pour le Gambia muna dem be jot like a great competition lu mel ni African Cup of Nations wala World Cup. So loolu noonu foog naa Gambians yëpp a ko bëggoon musa bëgga parce que loolu musuta am. So man dama foog naa ne objectif bi ak dream bi yëpp loolu la woon parce que gis nañ fi ay dëkk yu bari yoo xam ne romba nañ ñu dem nañ ba qualify pour dem African Cup of Nations ñun Gambia mënuñ faa dem te still ñi fi njëkkoon ñëpp ñu ngi nekk di try seen level best waaye fu mu nekk nii dafa mel ni rek yàlla ko soog a tudda parce que lu jot rek moom yomba.
I want to play at a certain time. You know, I'm pretty young still, and we have a great goalkeeper at the moment. But of course, we're all dreaming of playing at a big tournament. Right now, we made the first step, like qualifying for AFCON for the first time in history. So there's also an achievement. Like I think every player that's came here or that's coming here had or still has to be just representing the country in a tournament where the world or the whole of Africa is watching, you know.
And on my appointment, I made very clear to the Gambian board that I come to qualify Gambia for AFCON. When we started first game, I think for many people a historic game against Algeria, 45,000 people in the crowd, people everywhere. Very good result against the star-dusted Algerian team, 1-1. And since that moment, we got good results against big countries in African football. We drew twice with Algeria, we beat Benin. We almost could qualify on the last day of the qualification in 2019. With a win against Algeria, we would have done that. And we built further on that, remembering the friendly games in Morocco, winning against Morocco, winning against Guinea. And step by step, we made Gambian football more professional. We found always new talent. The players were more and more developing. But it was a teamwork from day one. I was surrounded by good people.
I mean, I just said it to some people, like, I still cannot believe that we did it because I feel like it has to sink in. You have to take like moments, maybe when we fly to our countries where we play and we just realize, hey, we actually made something happen which like the whole country was waiting for so long. But like the moment where the final whistle was blown and you just realized, okay, we've done it, was like just a relief for everyone. You saw the emotions of the players, of the whole country, so it's just like a great thing.
I had to wait 15 years to get a job and 18 years to make my name, but the dream was worth to do it, and we are not finished yet. This is the start of it. We have more dreams to go for Gambia, and the near future we would like to achieve more. Yeah, the next game against Congo, I'm a coach who wants to win every game. Friendlies, qualifiers, non-important qualifiers. I think we always come on the pitch with the ambition to win. We know we will not win every game, but we will have a motivated team. There could be some changes in the team to give some other players some opportunity to play. We will also see which players are available and fit. But we will go on the pitch in Congo, try to win, because it helps also if we win for the FIFA ranking and from future draws. And we are already thinking actually on the future. We want also in the future qualification rounds to have easier groups. As higher we ranked, how easier it will be in the future also to qualify frequently for the major tournaments with Gambia. I believe that Gambia has a bright future. We have a current squad who already performed miracles, but we know that still a lot of players who will perform on high level in Europe are not even selected for this team. We know that we have a lot of young talent, our under-20 squad, who performed fantastic in the African Championship with the 3rd spot. Local-based players, young talent players. The next 5 to 10 years, Gambia has to become a regular team on AFCON. I think it must be possible. It doesn't mean that we will be always there, but let's say 2 out of 3 AFCONs, I think our aim has to be there. And the main dream, the final dream, must be to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. In 2026, there will be 48 countries going to the World Cup, 9.5 African countries. That's almost double from the current team. I believe that when we develop this team, when the young players develop, in their clubs in Europe, all over the world, this team can only become stronger.
Koran, ado.
Sorry,
Koran.
Sumon.
Ina mo rin.
ne korda wa ne profit sori nyente na la yele na mo jojang ala na mo profit nyim kemo ne tanni lulu nyanda wala jola jiare jang
Ila keno me mula keno ya wa fe ina na mo jo fana kun.
hako
Mbo mo la.
ade me mo la de
Ha.
yare de man reja
Musa ya la keno la korda la wafi. Ala korda la wafi aka wala foyo ko anata wala jojang capital game tax to jang. Anata wala jojang. De kemi wo kemi sir la tang ani lulu. Ayanta wala jola.
ila profit
Momo ni alongo ka korda la wafi. Walla korda lori mbandi ko ka wala wafi. Ite nyanta nyin capital game tax jola jiare le.
compagnie
Ni atala dum fanan ibe compagnie le kono compagnie ye siyasa to je walle ye mandin kol ka famu ye ko niyo be je le compagnie nyum kono so wete nyanta munekela se keme o keme si latang ala fanna do bi je bo jola ala fanna do bi je keme o keme si du lamuang ani lulu ibo la jola adi bo jola min dola wala mun capital game tax to diare nyanta jola wala to fe mana ne jata ken ya bundal ne karamol ni ku katol be ka bonin namolo ko aku jama ba ma ka bonin namolo ko
amanda wala bakari nanyen stilo le niti nyata ana mo ka taji yele
Mbaju le ko mbaju nyande malam bang fo mun to.
Gambia
Kani
da
mo ni
woda
hondo bi ajolo mun to.
diare la office be da woda ni refutata je
E
e
ba
kon nata capital e game tax le jo damo nata wala jo ibajo la
abaraka maraw
Yalo.
inda de
Yo
ko
ko nyamu ko man.
yo bismillah okay baraka
Mi na sala ko mbaju le.
yo bismillah
Bara.
yo musa bito badi molu al signal lonko banku di wo banku di ni atare ikata banku di tuwe manke banku di tuwo adi ka kenolo wafi wale ka kordala wafi ni ya wafi mun kuma ta je wala ta diare la capital game taxi to yeta yete la namojo
Of course management bi yëpp fu mu nekk nii dafa gën a advance definitely man dama foog naa ne everything starts from there also xam nga management bi ni ñu gaay de accommodation yi yëpp flights yi gaay de toppatoo ak yooyu noonu yëpp xam nga ba latest fu mu nekk nii gaay ñu ñoo trial di ñu utal charter flight tamit so foog naa ñu bari def nañ seen doole si changes bii nii waaw ñoo xam ne mii bi sax feeñun waaye ñu bari daal dafa mel ni daal di dafa nekk a group work waaw waaye dëgg la before dafa desoon waaye still fu mu nekk nii ñu ngay gis ne daal gars yi ñu ngay gën a indi ndimbal bi li nga xam ne parce que football dafa am lu mu laaj waaw dafa laaj financial part trop daf ko laaj so te loolu moom wax dëgg neex yàlla gars yi def nañ si lu gars yi mun lépp loo xam ne defoon nañ ko mu nekk mistake foog naa ñun ñëpp xam nañ lan la both players ak management bi yëpp so fu mu nekk nii daal let us just learn from our mistakes ba pare rek ñu gën a improve players sa dëkk ba nga reach to this level ba pare nga nekk part of the history loolu foog naa daal generally ngay play a national team that is the highest level that you can reach waaw man moom waaw xam naa national anthem la because of rek xam nga rek mu nekk sa dëkka ba pare yàlla baaxee la tamit nga bokk si ñi nga xam ne about millions of people yoo xam ne bugga nañ pour nekk in that sport so da nga gis ne national anthem bi tamit ñun ay Gambian leen so te dañ bugga suñu réew waaw dañ bugga suñu réew so xam naa loolu rek la it's just emotional waaw.
And this team, this group of people who is really fighting as one for their country with the dream to achieve something what no one ever achieved made it strong. And it's teamwork. It starts with the players on the pitch, but also everyone in the coaching staff, in the supporting staff, and the medical team, to the federation, to the media. Every department has a role to play, and that makes Gambia so strong. We are not a one-man show. We are a team of people, and everyone has a very important part in the chain. Appointing a very good team manager in Ousmane Dramé. He is crucial in the successes we as team did. I always said, for me, For a head coach, a team manager is the most crucial part of a team to take stress away of the team, of the players, of the coach. And that worked very well. We found the right man for the right spot. The staff was developed into professional staff. The federation supported. We improved our setup, hotels, traveling. Everything came step by step better and better. And on the pitch we developed also. We got great results and we found always new talent, and the talent developed in club level but also for national team duty. And that made us that we have the quality team we have now, and that Gambia has so many quality players playing all over the world. For a small country as Gambia with limited financial budget, for sure for a federation, without the support of the government we could never achieve this. And that starts by the president of the country, the Minister of Sport, and all the people involved in the government. I know they love football, I know they love their country. They showed that all time after time, and their support, not only their financial support, but also their moral support, helped the team, the players, the staff, the whole federation to develop the football to the level where we are now.
Kombo Birkama, Ulu Tawaldo, Karamoke Primary School, Tara Muslim High School, Gira 83, 84, Zanamori. Alhamdulillah, Taror of 1994, from the Kudeta Kira, Kudeta Bikira Watermana, Delvis State House, Jawaralas, Canterland, Tremula Kebat. Mina Watermana, football over the Mabijanja di Mark, Mulman Kambi. No Katifa, Kimanka, Akolata, Nim Melora, found Doma and Beba Birkam. Kadi kese dulu nga dangol ko barala ni la nyona am kabina da sobo be kerin da mal tema da men fu men ke wala nga dayele be nga kafu nyon mo be man na nyola bari bi be nga ne kilne so wala ngambe football be dama fu daji c'est sonka nga nyo saba kayit wolto internet wolto hani bi mo fen safe ente maje wonna kafo maje ngaje be ngamo ngani yo mente wala ngambe football ta nyaar ipi amere kon do ngaka jamme manyana ko nya nyenna kere ifi amira nyana kala nyana oto wonde kasiti wonde kasiti wo kandul fanan akan londi kule ka chali ndiro le warande nakaro saje ko yarambe menna fonkata ko le fonkata andum bol fanan danay bo men ne continue ninga ko ma jibe fanan waran ka funyo badulo ka ko almamu ni ko allah akbar nya diling ni ko ma jibe itla salo katinyale men be ko ma la salo kati almamu ko ma jibe bari salamu rak amen ka fay ko ma andi sara be sama dal ko ka ko sudan de do so nara kata ko le ra nyawo nyam bari fo bi fudande nyalo ko an sin tumbaka lafta men na ngolo ngamre be fudaji nyame o silo le no fo ale fudande o ni men sota ben ka jom men sota gambe be ta gambel tam gambe be le dentala bi ngajen to fudande bi na ba ko ba fuda kare fari tan soro selo me an ko temate etama waso etama sene han tiyo fon to ite man tiyo fon fi ite benda tia fiole fe ore benda tia ibenda tia fiole fe ore benda tia nakara tia busole fe ore te to dia nyaonya kata nyaonya me selote ani me wasoro kan me seno ke me firo ka bindote ete o lisi mino tameda kabring e kabala bi o sene gajana fa ma nyoro bi konante nyoro kala gabi so se nyoro ani alfa ko men bialon ko je football tamide bulo kono kono sikinte nyoro ba kebe ñoo lay sila ñolu ani alfa la mustafa ngom ñolu ke ba joj gomes ñolu ñama bande ko lay babu sise ñolu ante be to farano bari wollem ke kendoti wollen ke ko ba kala wato men oto mo wol bu ka ma ko so wol ke bulo be ci bolo ko do la compagnie la njuro so ala Ousseynou Ndiaye ñolu ke kende ba almal yam flama wolle lo tay football frande ala MC Thiam balur alma mela wala ministère di ndiar ñe bal ngela ministère akram tale ngela président GF président fana kalam tale ngale kata ko menke ko ko tew menke ka game football frane tembe don ngata dame do ngi jayi andon men sotra bi ngake ke wolle tamu dol tante wolle tamu ngadi walla men tar fala siam fi men fana bi fala sa ni mabe January 2022 la Gambia ta Cameroon inshallah ñana menke da ngake je
Yeah, my name is Said Matijau. I'm the Executive Director, Center for Research and Policy Development. The team, we're saying connecting the ground. Largely the interest is to ensure that as we head towards the elections and even beyond, that we can bring local civil society activists or organizations that are at the grassroots, connect them with those that work nationally to ensure that we share notes, that we ensure that we understand what they're doing at the local level, to be able to connect and amplify our issues and to ensure that we hold governments accountable, but most importantly to ensure that there is a free, fair and credible elections as we head to 2021. Yes, so the Center for Research, like we said, we want to be the leading policy institute in Gambia, and so far what we have been doing is mostly working with different partners. Just yesterday we organized a multi-stakeholder dialogue where we bring in different stakeholders to discuss about emerging issues from the voter registration process. But outside that, we also, as a research center, so we've been engaged in research and also doing some sort of radio programs and all those things. But of course, based on our experience working in Gambia and also with the grassroots, we realized that there's a gap that exists between community-based organizations and also civil society organizations that exist. Therefore, we said, moving towards the election, we need to bring everybody on the same platform together so that we know what they are doing and how we can move. So far, most of our interventions has been on bringing policymakers and also stakeholders to dialogue and discuss issues that are of relevance to us. Well, our relationship with IEC is very cordial. I mean, yesterday, the multi-stakeholder, the electoral dialogue series that we started, the IEC came there and all the stakeholders raised their issues and then the IEC responded. And I think, IEC has been attending all the programs or most of the events that we have invited them, unless that they are busy. Of course, we also constantly engage them in terms of the radio program that we organize on weekly. Just this morning after the opening, I went there. It's called the Monday Show, which is the idea to help fight against misinformation and disinformation. And so we've been working with them clearly. And so also in terms of the findings, especially in terms of the surveys that we do, sometimes we share those details with them. And just yesterday, one of the participants showed the IEC that the cards, I think due to printing, there were some issues, but then the IEC took immediate action while there to do that, and so we plan to have those kind of dialogues every month, and we hope that every month when we get there, some of the issues that have been identified this month would be addressed before the next. So that's the intention. So our relationship has been very cordial, and also generally our relationship with government and every stakeholder has been really cordial, because we believe that we need to, our job is to bring the demand side and the supply side actors together, and in doing that, we don't have to please anyone. So
it is advisable that if you leave your house and you coming back in it, the first thing you do after stepping into your house or your compound is to make sure you wash your hands. And when we say washing your hands, it's not just taking water, putting it on your hand like this. You have to follow all the steps that are involved in proper hand washing. If you have soap, apply the soap, apply water, rub your hands like this, interlock them, and then rub the back of your hands, the big thumbs, the nails, join them and scrub them, you understand? And make sure that you interlock your hands like this, clean the back of the hand, and then after finishing, you rinse your also your wrist to make sure that the dirt that comes down is clean, and then that's the time you go and apply the water and make sure all the soap or the dirt is removed from your hand. And don't wipe on your clothes, but leave your hands to dry from the air, or you have a clean towel, you use that to wipe your hands to make sure that your hands are properly clean. This is the proper hand washing technique that we teach the people out there. Since the event of the pandemic, we have been going around teaching the people, and to our surprise, when you tell this to people, many, it will be their first time to know that this is actually the proper way of washing hand. Not just take a kettle and then pour it on your hand, and just like that, and then you rinse just like that and you go away. So this is very important for people to understand the steps involved in proper hand washing to make sure that we rid our hands from germs and dirt.
Aminata K. Jame, born in Lamin, raised up in Lamin, still living in Lamin, and I schooled at St. Peter's from lower basic to senior school. I did pure technical. I am a motor vehicle technician by profession, and I am also a new startup into business. I do cereal processing. So basically, the cereal products I deal with are pindi and millet. So I process millet into chakri, chere, and arrow. I also do chura gerte. So these are the few products I deal with as of now. The business is very young. I just started this last April. The reason why I came into business is I had this idea long since, and while doing my course at the GTTI, I was an automotive student. We did an entrepreneurship assignment as a project. So this was what I did as my project. But I told my lecturer that I want to actualize, I want this project to become a reality. And then a person came by and sent me this application or link to apply for a grant and a training under the IAM. I was part of the first batch that graduated under the Standing for Youth Entrepreneurship Program. So that was when I realized this business. I got the cash grant and I was able to start my Judges Held Cereal. That's the business name. So I am on Instagram and Facebook, and I do delivery services as of now. Currently, we're located in Lamin. I operate at home. So still looking for avenues, any platform that will help me enhance, because the business is still young. I want to become a fully established entrepreneur. So anything that will help Judges Health Cereal to become that enterprise, I go for it. That is why I am here today for this training. And yes, that's me. Of course, this training is really, really helpful, and it's very beneficial because I got to learn a lot from it. And there are a series of reminders that I had today from the Standing for Youth initiative. There were things mentioned by my coach that I've not done yet, that is to register with the GCCI. I registered with my business, but not with GCCI. That was why I could not even participate in the last trade fair. But hopefully, inshallah, next year we will participate in the trade fair. So we're going to continue with our registration because it's still a very young business, just April, May, June. So I want to do all these basic things, get to employ, because it's one of the reasons of this business, to get to employ youths and to also get to train youths, because most of our youths, when we talk about cereal processing, especially arrow and making chagri and making cherry, most of our youths do not know how to do them. And there will be a time our younger generations will not be able to do this. We term them as an elderly work. We will say our grandmothers are the ones that are supposed to be doing this, our mothers are the ones that are supposed to be doing it. But if the young ladies now cannot do this, in future we will not have grandparents who will be able to do arrow for us or children. So if we can be able to train them and employ them, have this business sustained, because I don't just want the name Judges Health Cereal to fade within weeks or so, no, or just a 1 year, 2 year, no. So sustainability is what brought me here, and I've seen steps, things that I should do to be able to sustain my business. Yes. During this short time, the challenges that I am facing is delivery issues. Most customers will prefer delivery services, and our transportation system is very, very poor. And sometimes the charges that we will attach to our delivery services, they are not willing to pay. But my real customers are always willing to pay any amount because they say those that do not comply with your prices are not really your customers. That's what is said in the business enterprise. So, but really, that is a challenge. We would not want, because it's a Gambian made product, it's not imported. Though our packaging materials are really one of the main problems that we have. Having the package material in the Gambia here, maybe you go to just one or two enterprises that will provide them, and if it's not available in those shops, you have a shortage, and this is an issue, and they are sold at a very high cost. So if we want to cut down the price of Gambian made products to be made available for the Gambian masses, because we all know our earnings and these are basic needs for us, so it's a problem, and we do not intend to sell our products at a high cost. That's why my products are not that expensive. I am selling my Findi at $195 and others are above the price. So if, for instance, our packaging materials and other products that we use to be able to produce these finished products, if they are lesser, we would have our Gambian made products very much available at a lesser cost, and we will all live living in a good environment. Our business will be sustained. So mostly finances and these problems are what cause these young startups to just break down or lose their path, because most of these products are sold at very high cost prices. If you are selling one package material for 10 and above, just one package, imagine if the person is to buy 100 packs, it's going to be really high for especially startups like us. I believe because of the COVID, this Standing for Youth program that we just ended was postponed for a long while, because the applications were open long since I think the previous years, and we just got to start the program in last February or January. So because of that, maybe if not for COVID, we would have had this training and Georgia's Healthy Center would have been established last year or so, but it's just been established this past April. And also the COVID also extended my graduation period, and I can say that has also affected me really, because I had plans that after graduating in this month, this is what I wanted to go into. So I had to sit for about December to be able to do my final exams to be able to graduate, and that happened in January. So COVID had an impact, I can say, in everyone's life. So all of these had an impact on us, and some of these enterprises where we get our materials from, they claim that COVID has hit the market so heavily, that is why prices are so high. So if we get to blame them that the prices are too high, they blame COVID, that it's because of COVID that the market is that way. So you see how the impact has really affected. Okay, you have an idea of what you want to do, and you believe, or maybe you're thinking you cannot do it. That's not a solution. You have an idea, start somewhere. I never thought Standing for Youth initiative would come by my way. I never thought by this time I would have a business named Georgia's Healthy Cereal. I had an idea long since, so I said I want it to be. So I worked towards it. I saw an opportunity, I applied towards it. I had to put in my time to be able to have what I wanted. I had to work hard to be able to make it to my training sessions. You have to sacrifice something for something, in short. So if you want to do something, get the right tools. Motivate yourself first before others even motivate you. Be inspired by something. So if you drive towards it, everything is going to be easy. That's it.
Every day bu ferry bi cross wàcc costé rek ay camion ayaluma ko nag waaye dañ ko war a réguler ba nga xam ne tamit ñun mi nga xam ne ci loolu la ñu dunda ñun waa fii tamit ñu am some kind of protection, xam nga, because du question ni sax man ma mën a produce dem jaay ko Sénégal de, because duñ ko allow. man suma pañe tamaate du romba 40. Man may Musa Mbenga man waa Banjul la ñu ngi dem Winley Primary School fana after Sir Dawda Primary School la tudda léegi fana beneen tur la then after ñu dem Gambia High School bi ñu jeexalee Gambia High School ñu am liggéey agriculture ñu post ñu Kuntawur so nekk nañ Kuntawur jógee ko fa ñëw fii nekk nañ Brikama nekk Yundum bala ñoo dem jàngi so biñ ñu ngi dem America America la njëkk a dem pour suma first degree Bachelor of Science degree dëkk bu ñoo wax Lubbock Texas University bu ñoo wax Texas Tech University ba ma jeexalee foofu ma ñibbi si Gambia mu post ma Sapo ma nekk Sapo from 1984 85 ma delluwaat America pour def suma Master of Science degree maa ngi ko defee dëkk bu ñoo Ithaca New York University bi Cornell University so ma nekk naa fa 3 years 3 and a half ma ñibbi si in 1989 bi ma ñëwee 89 ma delluwaat nekk Sapo time bu maa ngi liggéeyal research department bi léegi mooy naari fi ñoo wax naari fa laa nekkoon so nekk naa Sapo total 10 years ba 1994 bi Yaaya di jël dëkk bi so mu ooma pour ma nekk ministre so def naa loolu nekk naa ministre juróom ñeenti at ak genn wàll daal ba 1999 so bi ma bàyyee foofu may liggéeyal ñu ñoo wax CRS Catholic Relief Services ci liggéey Sesame bi so mbootaay bi ñoo wax NAWFA National Women Farmers Association man may woon lead consultant bi ñun ñoo ko taxawal léegi ma def loolu at ak genn wàll den ma am liggéey bitim réew mbootaay bu ñoo wax SILS moom mbootaay boobu mu ngi Burkina Faso Ouagadougou so foofu nekk naa fa juróom benni at ak genn wàll ba ma jeexalee foofu ma am liggéey FAO ñoom ñu jël ma yóbbu ma Congo Kinshasa so comme country director so fa laa nekk at ak genn wàll again den ñu toxal ma Accra Ghana fi nga xam ne fa la lifin bi nekk mbootaay FAO ci Afrique foofu la siis bi nekk fa la ñu so léegi ma nekk foofu country director pour Ghana di coordinate programme West Africa bi ak tamit di dimbale regional representative bi man maay woon adjoint maay toppoon ci moom tamit di ko jàppale ci liggéey Africa yëpp FAO so nekk naa ci loolu ba 2012 atam 2012 ba mu jeexee ma bàyyi ma ñibbisi bi ma ñibbisee nag in 2013 fekk fii amoon naa ko in 1999 maag sama benn xarit ndem si yàlla mu génn àdduna bu yaagut nii ñu ko wax Modou Diallo Garanke te nekkoon patron fele boos bi nawek maa moom ñoo bokk fii léegi ñu nekk fii ba léegi alhamdulillah ñu ngi sant borom bi fu nekk 7 hectares yi yëpp développe nañ ko ñu ngi ko use waaye nag demee wutoon noonu in 2013 dañ commencé woon rek ci benn côté fii mooy benn hectare bi fii after ñaari at ñu dem yokk yeneen ñaar loolu weesoo ñu toog lu yàgga ñaari at xëy na door a def fii ay sorance côté bi sorance den li des ci tool bi daaw lañ ko développe foofu ñu ngi fa dugal sorance waaye tamit ñu ngi fa liggéey chili peppers ak kanja après ñu ngi taxawal néegi xar tamit dañ bëgg a commencer di yar xar pour Tabaski mbéy mi li ko géteen bari na waaye comme lu nekk rek jafe-jafe bu nekk rek am na saafara boo jëlee affaire yi ndox mi taw bi nit mun naa def irrigation nga xam ne di nga mun a liggéey nawet liggéey noor su dee am nga ndox di nga mun a liggéey nawet liggéey noor bi sax moo gën a gudda di nga mun a liggéey ñaari yoon ci noor bi loo doon liggéey mun nga koo def ñaari yoon ci noor bi soo dee am nga ndox waaw bu dee yaa ngi ci kaw gi jëlee ko CRR URR foofu xam nga am na géej gi yàlla may nañu géej gi ndox mu neex la nit mun nay pomper ci ndox ci géej gi di irrigate bu dee ci kaw gi la o fii Kombo nit mun na invest ci teen mite borehole di irrigate loolu boo ko munee nag soo ko defee xam nga yow yëfi problème yi ndox wàcc na la yaa ngi gis soo léegi yeneen problème nga am yeneen problème yi mooy liggéeykat c'est un problème ñu jàng affaire agriculture ñu nangul liggéey agriculture bariwuñ ñetteel bi mooy marché bi foog nga understand ko ci li nga liggéey ci li nga yëngu foog nga xam fan nga ko yóbbu kan mooy jënd ñaata la si soxla ak yooyu noonu soo di nga gis ne am na ñoo xam ne soo ko jëlee yóbbu ko dinañ ko jël am na ñoo xam ne dañoo émale dañoo jël am na marché boo fa demee li nga yore yëpp moom mun nañ koy jël di ko jaay bés buñ paree ñu oola yi nga jël sa xaalis waaye am nga tipa garage o traffic light ak yeneen place ci nga xam ne borom nombo tànk yi dañuy romb dañuy taxaw def seen dugga so ñooñu tamit boo demee duñ jël yëpp waaye dañu am du ñuy jël den nag am nga hôtel yi ak restaurant yi ak supermarket yi so su dee tourist season bi taxaw na diggante octobre ba april su dee am nga product yu baax nga dugalante gars yi hôtel bi tamit c'est a big market waaw ak traffic light suñ liggéey suñ mbéy mi dafa seasonal dafa toppa jamono torop noor nawet ok bu nawet bi jeexee septembre octobre ñiy liggéey naa ko yëpp ci la ñoo jóg clair seen naa ko yi c'est-à-dire di liggéey di def seen di kuy fa di transplant ñun ñëpp di nga gis ne bu loolu ñoree ñëpp ay ñorandoor te ñun ñëpp benn marché bi la ñoo yóbbu tamaate bi su ko defee ñay jaay sa marché ba sax yenn da ngaa gis ñu toog tiim ay pañe xamuñ luñ koy def soo yow boo ñëwee sa tamaate sax mun nañ ne ma ne ñun soxla nañ tamaate moo tax nag time boobu ay January February March nga gis price bi dem down yenn less than $10 sax ci kilo pañe tamaate 150 pañe bi whilst the other hand su dee léegi yow mun nga fexe nga liggéey tamaate waaw léegi soo ko dugalee léegi mu ngay ñor si biir nawet bi time boobu tamaate du bari di nga am good price tamit bu dee mun nga ko dugal fa tamaate bi dem bi naako yi di liggéey bi jigéen ñi naako yi di liggéey fa seen bos bi di jeexee ci marché bi yow nga commencé foofu to by this time price bi dafa égal because du am su li ñoo wax supply and demand su supply bi demee less rek demand bi dem up price dafa éeg so looloo dee xew pexe bi nag mooy always li ma rek risque bu nekk am na saafara moo tax lu mel ni greenhouse dafa baax ndig moom nawet ndoxi taw mi du laal li nga béy mbéyteef bi du ko laal ndoxi taw bi du ko laal waaye soo mënee irrigate ndox ngay mën a dugal ndox yow doo am benn problème and loolu tax ñu dugga ci pour nawet bi ñuy def ay tamaate ay kaani salade ak salade ci boppam pour seet ndax ci biir nawet bi dina mun a baax ak dinañ ko mun a jaay am ci good price fekk amul ci marché bi ñun rek ñoo ko am loolu moo gën a motiver investment bi indi greenhouses soo demee marché di liggéey si naako nga yóbbu benn pañe at the end of the day nga am $1,000 si benn pañe understand nga gis factory ñëw understand nga xam ne mun naa jël téeméeri pañe même su laa fay juróom téeméer sax si téeméer boobu noonu soo amee téeméeri pañe you are talking about almost $50,000, right? So, loolu lañ need. In the final analysis, we need industry bu mën a absorb production bi. That will tax ñiy liggéey dinañ mën a jaay, dina encourage more people. Because dafa nekk livelihood. Soo liggéeyee $50,000 tamaate. Understand? Sa morom ki toog di idle. Understand? Dina am inspiration. Soo xamee ne noonu nga amee sa $50,000 bi dina la jéem a toppasi ci loolu so loolu nag su koy defee production bi gën a bari dina factory bi gën a viable gën a am liggéey loolu noonu lañ ko war a xalaatee rek otherwise su ñoo demee ni ñoo demee nii duñ dem fenn dañoo mel ni yaa ngi daw indi taxaw benn place